Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2019 with my friend Miss Momo Kurumi. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. This is my first year at Ohayocon that I've been guesting, and I just have to say it's been an amazing experience, and I'm so thankful to be here. I've been going to Ohayocon since about 2012. I've had some off years just because I was out in LA or whatever, but it's just so good to be back and really be involved with the community again. I kind of felt like the recent years I've kind of been drifting away from the community, so getting back to doing panels, just talking to people, like it just has completely re-energized me. I'm so excited for this year. Like, a great way to start off 2019.
Alrighty. Now, it's been a while since the time you and I got the chance to talk. It was at Animaticon 2017. How have you been?
Been fantastic. I've been going through a lot, especially last year, with kind of rebranding, kind of figure out like where I want to go with cosplay and my personal life. And there's just so much I want to do that it's hard to stay focused. So that's what I've been sort of realigning myself for the past year. I finally got my website pretty much fully launched. I'm still working on it, but this has been years in the making, this website, in the sense that I've tried like a number of times to launch it and I just was never happy with it. And now I'm at a point that I'm like, this is good. So I'm trying to add more blogs to it, more tutorials. I want to get more into YouTube so that way, again, I can give back to the community because they have taught me so much. Yeah. And I just want to be able to provide that for other young aspiring cosplayers or people that are new to the craft. That's really what drives me, is I just love seeing everyone bring such talent and energy and passion to their projects.
Yeah, it's awesome. I actually keep up with you. So here at Ohayocon, you actually hosted a POC cosplay panel. What was it like, and what message did people take away from that event?
Yeah, it was actually a diversity in cosplay panel, so even just beyond POC, although it ended up being kind of focused that way, because it was my good friend Kakioga Cosplay, who is a black cosplayer, and she was able to speak to her experiences. Normally we have a little bit more people on the panel. I have Artheta Gray cosplay. She's a plus-size cosplayer. I have Hack cosplay, or Hack cosplay. She is a LGBT, so she's married to her lovely wife. And I just love that everyone can speak on their diverse experiences. But I tend not to speak too much for other groups because I really want them to be able to tell their stories. And I'm honestly like the mediator most of the time. Like, I haven't been through a whole lot of like negativity in my life. I've been very privileged and fortunate in that sense, but I'm very interested and passionate about listening to other people's experiences and helping them to reach a point where we can all enjoy cosplay. We can all enjoy any hobby or just living our lives as being happy, not having to worry about being different. I think celebrating our differences is what is most important, rather than trying to erase them or pretend they don't exist or feel othered because of it. I think it's really important for everyone to feel a sense of community in cosplay, is that we're all in this together and we all need to listen to each other and play off of each other's like strengths and help each other when someone is falling. It's like, if someone is struggling to feel represented in cosplay, we need to make them feel more welcome. And so that's really what that panel was about, is how can we make things better for the community.
I was just say, I follow you on Twitter, so the best part is I see how you promote everyone that you've just discussed, and we've also interviewed Kakiogo Cosplay, actually. Yeah. So since last time we talked, you continue to work showing people the progress you've made on your cosplay, especially this particular one, the Pokemon Go trainer. And what was your feedback on that while working in that, and the progress you made towards it? Obviously, it turned out well enough for today. There were some little hiccups every once in a while, but it came out very well. So how's it like doing one of this and also showing off that progress to other fans?
It's been an amazing journey on this costume. I've been wanting to do Pokemon cosplays for a number of years now. I did my first one last year. It was Officer Jenny. And I've been really into Pokemon Go within like the past 9 months or so. I was in love with it when I started playing it, and then that was out in LA, so there was lots of places to go Pokemon hunting, and then they kind of took away the radar. I moved back to Ohio. I moved into a neighborhood where no Pokemon spawned, and I just kind of got bored of it. And then very recently I got back into it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love Pokemon. And I was like, I decorated my little avatar to have like a cute outfit. So I'm just like, oh, that looks really comfy. I want to make something like that. I just go like Pokemon hunting in it. It looks really fun, like actual live action role play. And it's like super in character. I even have the I have my like Pokédex phone case. So I just like I don't even have to put my phone away for photos. I can just be like, it's part of it. It's part of the cosplay. So when I posted the progress photos online, people were just like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. It looks so comfortable. Like, it's really super cute. And I'm just like, thanks. There was already a lot of great patterns out there. Yaya, Hana, Mango, Siren have amazing Pokemon Go patterns. And I was like, I wanted to easily order them, but of course, me being me, I love doing patterning. I was like, I love their looks, really good, but I also like, I want mine a little more like this and a little like this. I want the collar to have like a little angle. I want like the separate panel on here. Because I also think, since I did have a gap in playing, I think Niantic might have changed some of the designs, because I also see like the cute ones with the little Pokeball on the side, and I was like, how come I can't find that anymore? Like, that's not an option. So I think also maybe that's why those designs look a little bit different than what my character looks like now. So I decided to go ahead and make my own pattern, and hopefully I hope to offer it on my Etsy as well. And this will be a little bit different because it'll be downloadable. You can print it from home. Yeah. So like I said, I love their patterns. They're really, really good. And I'm just like so inspired by cosplayers like that.
Alrighty, now back during the month of October, you had a desire to do a Hex Girl cosplay group, and the Overwatch commentator, Miss Mika Burton, actually chimed in on that. What was it like to have somebody that high in the echelon of cosplay and entertainment be like, yeah, girl, I got you. Let's do an awesome cosplay group together. I want to chime in with you. So what was it like when she chimed in on that?
Obviously, it was super flattering because like half the time I end up doing costumes by myself just because I love doing groups. Don't get me wrong, they're really fun, but they're very difficult to organize, especially when you have something like distance, or people just have life going on, or they have their own cosplay projects and other groups to finish. So whenever, even just like people just wanting to cosplay with me, like that's really flattering. Like even if it never comes to fruition, I'm just like, it means so much that you even just want to do it. It's the thought that counts, I guess. But I mean, oh my gosh, if that could happen in real life, I would be like, this would be a dream come true, because I've been wanting to do this group cosplay for so many years. I guess I should probably start working on finishing my Thorn guitar, if that's the case. That's how most of my cosplays are. I'm just like, it's good enough for now. I'll finish it later. And then I start something totally new, so.
She is a guest this year at ColossalCon 2019, so if you're going to go, you might want to check her out then.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me, because I literally like just kind of looked at Colossal and I was like, I think I want to go again, because it was sort of up in the air because it's always so close to Anime Central, and I tend to go to one or the other, but last year I was able to swing both, so maybe this year I can do that again.
She is a guest. You might want to maybe pop on Twitter and discuss that with her. Now, you also recently revealed that you like to do your own photography while showing off your cosplay. What tips have you discovered while working on taking your own photos and showing off your wonderful cosplay?
If you're going to take your own photos, having a good quality camera and good lighting is going to be the most important thing, because if you have a decent phone, they can take pretty nice photos. They may not be like super giant print quality, but they'll be good enough for social media. If you are doing prints, I definitely recommend like even a basic DSLR. I personally have a Nikon D5300, and the reason I wanted that model specifically is the little screen, the playback screen, is like fully articulated, so I can flip it, so I can look at myself while I'm in the shot, and I just use like a remote shutter. So, and you can kind of see here, Sailor Neptune.
Yeah.
I actually got these printed at Walmart because I needed them in a hurry, and they're like, do you have the copyright for these photos? Who's the photographer? And I'm just like, I am. I guess I give myself permission to print these. The remote is like right here in my fist, and all of the photos have like a little fist secretly hidden somewhere. And so I was just like, I don't know how to prove that I'm the photographer, but I promise I am. So definitely tripods, obviously, are going to be super helpful. You can get some cheap ones on Amazon. I just use like really basic lighting. I would love to get a softbox, but I don't have the room for it right now. So I just do like those 5-way lamps, and I kind of point them in all the directions. And I have a little desk lamp. Obviously, you're going to want your lighting to be very similar temperature, so it's not like weird colors going on. And I'll take a desk lamp and put it down and like point it upwards. So it's a lot of like maneuvering, because I just do it all in my living room. I just use a felt for a backdrop, and then.
I noticed,
yeah. And then since I do have some Photoshop skills, because I used to be a graphic artist for a newspaper, I'll just go in there and touch it up, make the white look a little more pure white, make the black more pure black. If I can, like for my lucky star photos, I'll add some fun little filters, like some little like stars falling from the sky, like in the anime opening or something like that. So it's definitely a skill to be able to shoot your own photos, but it's worth it. I think it's worth it to learn it, especially if you and your friends want to take photos of each other. You just want to do it in a hurry. You don't feel like going out of your way to book a photographer and figure out schedules and money and compensation, etc. It's really fun just to like trade photo shoots with your friends. So that's why I like doing it.
Yeah, I noticed that on your Twitter that you were doing that. So another great cosplay you happened to do this year was Spyro the Dragon. How did that go? And what was one of the hardest parts of putting that all together? I mean, that was a full, complete bodysuit, if I noticed. You had your wings attached to the bodysuit and, of course, the horns and all that. So how was it like working on that project?
Spyro is one of my favorite costumes because it's also one of my favorite video games, especially growing up. And I really wanted to, I've actually had it done since like 2014, I want to say. But I wanted to bring it back because of the relaunch of the remastered Spyro for PS4. It's super cute, by the way. I love every minute of playing it. Probably the hardest part of that has been, honestly, the claws on the gloves. Because... yeah, the first time I made it, I did it out of friendly plastic or Instamorph, I think it's called, is the brand name of it. And it's basically these beads of plastic that you just put in a pot of water and they'll turn clear and you kind of mush them together like Play-Doh and then you can shape it. And that was fine and it worked great and I was able to shape my little claws. But I very stupidly left it in the car one summer. And then I came back to it. Thank goodness I had them in a plastic bag, or else it would have been like permanently attached to the floor of my car. So I would have been like, well, because I need a new floor mat. But yeah, like I said, they just kind of melted to each other in a big like puddle of white plastic. So I tried some PETG plastic because it has a much higher melting temperature, usually for like vacuum forming and all that. And that was fun, and I did that for a little while. I did that for one of the Halloweens that I wore it out, but it was just kind of too flat. They were almost like witchy fingers.
Kind of more like a scale-like type claw rather than
yeah,
a nail.
Exactly. And then so I remade it a third time with resin casting. So I made like one single claw, and it was very difficult because the claw has no flat sides to it. So it was just like... right, and I'm like, so which side is like the top, aka like the bottom? So depending on when you flip it, so I had to do like one at a time, one claw at a time, and those have worked out the best because the resin definitely not going to melt in the car.
Yeah. Alrighty, and again, I love talking to you about all your cosplays. And now, are there any upcoming projects you want fans to know about at this time that you're allowed to talk about? We know you do some work with some other studios, and you also have to sign NDAs. So what can you talk about at this time?
Like I said, the Pokemon Go trainer, I would love to put my pattern out there, especially since apparently the look in Pokemon Go has changed. So if people wanted a slightly different option for a pattern, that's something that I want to do. I'm going to try and finish my Sailor Scout patterns first, though. My goal for this year is to get, like I said, back into YouTube, back into doing patterns. That's going to require me to get a new computer because mine is like from high school. So it is dying. Like my videos, like I have like a bunch of tutorials recorded and I can do nothing with it because my playback is just gray. It's just nothing. So people are like, where's the last half of the tutorial? And I'm like, I'm trying, I promise. I'm trying my hardest. And so basically I'm just at a standstill until I can get a software that will allow me to edit video again.
Alrighty, now how can we obviously potentially find you? And then what message would you like to give to people who have been supporting you on social media and other forms of media?
All right. Well, places you can find me, of course, the standard like Facebook and Instagram. But to be honest, I was not on those as much in the past year because they've kind of been making me angry with the algorithm changes. And so during that time, and it's still kind of ongoing, where people are not sure like what's working, what's not working, I've actually been building the website. So my website would be a great place to like follow me because then nothing is ever going to be hidden. Like all my stuff is there. There's no algorithms. It's just the website. So you can subscribe to my blog, and every time I post a blog, you'll get an email update. I'm trying to do a little bit more blogs, so feel free to like send it to a specific folder so you don't feel like spammed. Because I'm trying to go to like 4 to 5 blogs a month, and I know that's like overwhelming for some people. So I won't feel bad if you have to like put me in a specific folder because they're just like, oh my gosh, another blog. I don't have time to read it.
Yeah.
I get that because that's how I am with coupons. And I was like, oh my gosh, Joanna's blowing up my phone.
Yeah.
But I need the coupons, so I always keep them. I keep them in my back pocket. And like I said, the website is a great place. If you ever had questions, email is the best way to reach me at this current time. Because again, social media doesn't show me everything. Because some of my messages go to like secret spam folders that I only check every once in a while, and then I'm like, oh no, someone missed wanting to meet me at this convention, and I feel super bad. Twitter is where I live, but I'm on Twitter right now because it's one of the few social media that just like it works. It makes sense. There's no nonsense on it. It's very clear and straightforward. Other than that I have some other websites where I am. I'm hoping to get a Reddit up and going this year. I kind of stick to my claim on one, but we'll see how that goes. Reddit has always been an interesting place.
It is.
So. It is. But like I said, definitely right now, Twitter, website, that's where I'm most active at the current time.
And a message you want to get to the fans?
Oh, yes. I definitely want to say thank you to everyone that has been so supportive throughout the years. Even before, like, when I was just like a wee little bab, they supported me just as a budding artist and, like, helped me get to this point where, no, I can be the one inspiring other people and, like, passing on the torch, passing on inspiration, passing on stories and knowledge and information. And this is just like, it's such a good feeling to have people invest in you and be able to give it back, to pass it on. And I just want to say thank you to all those people that have supported me, even when I didn't have social media, and the ones that continue to support me today. Like, it means so much to me because I definitely like, it's not about the followers, it's not about like how much money I'm making from this, it's just how much fun and passion I have about the hobby. And it's just really like heartwarming to see that I'm just out here doing my thing, having fun with it, and people support me in that experience. So thank you all. I love doing it. I'm glad that you guys love seeing me do it, and I love seeing you guys do it too. So like I said, if you ever have questions, just shoot me an email. I would love to answer questions as much as I can.
Again, Momo, I always love talking to you. It's always been a pleasure to see you at cons, even if I don't get to interview you. It's always so fun just to see you. Thank you again.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I hope you guys have a super duper happy 2019. Yay!